You've been named Music Inc.'s retail doctor. What is the origin story there? What does that mean?
So
Yeah.
good question. So Music Inc. magazine, I had and have just a really great relationship with everybody there. Frank Alkire, the publisher, and Katie Collis, who's my editor there. I've known them for years and years and years. Uh, back in the early mid 2000s, somewhere around 2005 or six or something like that.
Yeah.
I had my retail shops, Progressive Music Center, that I started back in 1992. Started those when I was 19 years old, and right out of high school, I'd been playing in a gigging band that had a record label, and all that was going great. And we had several songs in the college top like 50 on Billboard or something. I was like 15, 16 years old, and this band is just kicking ass, doing great, right? And but like all bands, we had artistic differences, and we
What?
did. I know it's hard to
No.
believe, right? I mean, man, those dang artistic differences. I mean, I used to tell.
This story sounds very familiar.
I mean,
hits on college radio, and then boom,
boom,
that's
you're
it.
gone. It's like, man, hey,
Yeah.
I mean, played to 60,000 at a festival yesterday. Artistic differences this morning. We're splitting up, right? I mean, go figure, right? And I would tell the guys.
The funny
in that
thing
band,
is, the band where I can tell my version of that story was named Go Figure.
really,
Yeah.
go figure, right?
Go
I mean,
figure.
Yeah, my band was called Fountain of Youth, and we
All right.
never really found it, right? I mean, we split up before we ever found the search for the Fountain of Youth. But but that's really what happened. I mean, we we're doing great, and then all of a sudden we just could not get along. And we were all great friends. We grew up together. We all came from a very small town down east
Sure.
in North Carolina. But anyway, I find myself at 19 years old, living on pennies a day. I mean, man, I couldn't eat. I was eating, I think, cold beans in a can or something, and I had to have something to do. So I started my stores, my music schools. I started at 19. I cut up a magazine, a Modern Drummer or something, and made my first flyer. And I walked like 2 miles down to the Kinko's Copy Center or whatever, which is now FedEx. But a good bass player friend of mine, a guy named Jim Barry, lives out in Seattle now. Jim took pity on me and printed these flyers up. Anyway, fast forward, the company grows. It gets into multiple locations, 120 employees. We're offering not just drum lessons now. We're offering drums, guitar, bass, keyboard, vocal. I mean, if somebody came in and said, "Hey, I want to learn to play the mouth harp," I would have gone and found a mouth harp teacher. To
Got
teach
it.
right?
Got it. Okay,
And,
so
yeah.
you were hustling.